Hi, this is Kenneth Wong, Senior Editor for DE. This year, Autodesk University, better known as AU, joins the list of annual tech events that move from on-site and in-person gatherings to remote and virtual. There's no question the pandemic has caused ripple effects on the design software community. So today, I'm speaking to Lisa Campbell, Chief Marketing Officer and Senior Vice President of Business Strategy and Marketing for Autodesk. Lisa, welcome. I think you're in California just like I am, surrounded by wildfire, so I hope you and your loved ones are safe and okay.
Yes, we are all safe and okay, and I hope the same for you.
Thank you. Glad to say that I am. Let's get down to it. The lockdown to me seems like a stress test for the cloud-based collaboration software, and also in this environment, I'm wondering how Autodesk subscription model performs.
Yeah, so I would agree. One of the things that we're finding is that a lot of the secular trends out in the marketplace are accelerating. So we're starting to actually find that more and more of our customers are moving to remote collaboration and leveraging our cloud collaboration product. And as you know, we offer everything through a subscription model. And the subscription model, actually, the feedback we're getting from customers is that it's lowering the barrier to entry. So it's much easier for somebody to get on a subscription and start using the remote collaboration software. And we're finding more and more customers are figuring out now how to do design collaboration, even small customers. So companies that maybe had 2 or 3 people, before they used to think we don't really need that, but now the only way to stay in business is to be able to move to this kind of model of using cloud collaboration software and being able to pay for it as a subscription basis, whether it's month to month or buying it for a year in advance.
Lisa, what's the shortest possible subscription that somebody can get? They don't necessarily need signed up for the whole year, for example, do they?
Yeah, no, people can subscribe on a month-to-month basis. And we find that most of our customers either buy a 12-month subscription or they'll do a month-to-month subscription. The most popular, quite frankly, Kenneth, is the 12-month subscription because you can lock in a favorable pricing and, it's something where you basically have 12 months guaranteed of specific pricing every month and, can then use the software, adopt it, get it built into your business processes, and get really comfortable with it.
Some of the Autodesk products, like Autodesk in Fusion, for example, are very much operating in the cloud. A lot of the features are cloud accessible, cloud accelerated, and other products may probably be more something that relies very much on the horsepower of the local machine. So, in this environment, what are some of the Autodesk titles that seem to be doing better than other titles, and do you maybe able to explain some of the reasons for their success or popularity?
Yeah, well, one of the interesting things, though, is we have spent over the last several years, what we would call cloud enabling a lot of our hero products, right? Things like AutoCAD, Revit, and Inventor, Max and Maya. So we think of those products as our hero products. So we have a lot of cloud enablement done, which means that there's the capabilities that are on your desktop, but there's also a number of capabilities that you access and can use the cloud for. And we are finding that those products are really the most popular in our collections. So I think you're probably familiar with our collections. We have like an AEC collection, and we have what we call a product design and manufacturing collection. And then we have a collection for AutoCAD, right, where you can get all the different verticals of AutoCAD. And we are finding that those are popular. And here's the feedback I get from the customers I talk to. It's because in these collections, we have these critical workflows where we have products being able to talk to each other. So as an example, Inventor can exchange data with Fusion, or we have in-app, right? So native to Inventor, we'll have in-app simulation capabilities or CAM capabilities. And so customers are finding, especially as we're working more remote, that having this level of integration in a collection is really helpful for them.
Let's talk about Autodesk University, something that I look forward to near the end of the year, every year. But this year it's happening virtually. Could you give us an idea or a preview about how this is going to be different from normal years and what other content lined up going to be like?
Yeah, great. Well, so thank you for being a loyal attendee of AU. We really appreciate that you make the time to do that, as well as everybody else out there that does. So I'll tell you, my team is super excited this year about what we're planning for AU. This is the first virtual AU we've ever done in our history as a company. And all of it is going to be very engaging, very compelling. You're going to see Andrew doing a main stage that in any geography, so whether you're in the Americas, if you're in EMEA, if you're in APAC, Japan, we're going to have what we call this follow the sun process, where this general session will be available to everybody. We'll also have guest speakers, as we always do. So you're going to feel the same excitement and energy from our general session as you typically did when we were all in person. And we're trying our best to be able to really capture that energy online. In addition, we are going to have a compelling lineup of classes, because that's the number one reason why customers participate and come to AU is to learn, to hone their skills, to get better and better at the products that they're using to allow them to practice their craft and creativity more. And we are also going to have a great lineup of what I call industry sessions. So you're going to hear from our industry leaders for architecture, engineering, construction, and they're going to share what's the latest, what's happening, what are some of the exciting new releases and capabilities that we're going to have. You're going to hear the same thing for design and manufacturing. And you'll hear also about some of the plans that we have with media and entertainment. So that's the lineup that we have. We have, like I said, customers participating in this as well. So you'll hear from some of our customers online.
One of the things about AU that the press people really appreciate is that they actually have exclusive sessions and closed door sessions to speak to the executives and product managers and ask them about their roadmaps and what they're planning to do. Would there be a virtual equivalent of that where we could pose questions to executives and ask them?
Yeah, I'm really glad that you asked that question, because we're in the process right now of discussing how can we have maybe some of these kind of sessions and maybe set up specific sessions where we can invite people to attend. So right now we're still in the planning stages on that, but I will definitely circle back with you when we have more details on it.
Okay, sounds very good. So would Andrew be actually recording himself speaking to an empty room, or does he have a mock audience he can practice in front of for his
Oh
keynote?
yeah, for his general session.
Yes.
I know it's going to be interesting for him. So right now our plans are is we have a few locations that, obviously safety and all precautions will be taken, and he will record at those locations, and we'll have minimal audience, if you will, there, practicing social distancing. So he'll have a handful of people that are helping him produce this, but it will obviously not be a big crowd. But the great thing about Andrew is he's super energetic. No matter when he speaks, he's got a ton of energy. So you're going to still feel that same level of energy come through.
Very good. I look forward to it, and I look forward to the day when we can actually safely travel again. So we'll connect in person again. Thank you very much, Lisa.
Thank you.
All right, this is Kenneth Wong for DE, and until next episode, we are out.